Hello there and welcome to OPTAKE Opinions and Takes on the trending sports news around the world. My name is Yao Ej Minta and today I'll be touching on the Arsenal issue. Another day, another problem for Arsenal, another day, another loss for Arsenal Football Club. This team is heading towards the abyss, and there seems to be no way to salvage the situation or to save the day for Mikel Arteta and his men. After 3 games in the English Premier League so far, Arsenal has no wins. Arsenal hasn't scored a goal, and this past weekend they conceded 5 against Manchester City, and it was another poor showing from Arteta and his men. And yes, Arsenal has issues. Arsenal really has issues, and Arteta, a lot of people are calling for his head. I believe he's 15 to 20% part of the problem, mainly because he set his team out in the right shape, just as he did against Manchester City, playing a 5-4-1 formation. But the reason why I believe he is part of the problem is because of his personnel choices. Why do you pair Emil Smith-Rowe with Granit Xhaka in that defensive midfield department? Why do you play Martin Odegaard out on the right side of midfield? That's a no-no. When you have Mohamed El-Neni, who is on the bench, and he can break up a possession of Manchester City and give you your team possession in order to build an attack. That's where I have a problem with Mikel Arteta. But the main issue is with the technical direction under Edu, and I believe he should be the one to be sacked. And if there's anyone to be sacked first, it's him, because under Edu, where is the technical direction for Arsenal? Where is the technical direction for Arsenal? They seem to be caught up in multiple timelines, and it's pretty simple. Are they building for the future? Are they competing now? Or are they stuck in the middle? Because you look at the players that they've signed so far in the transfer window, and it's reflective of where Arsenal is. And Arsenal is nowhere. They are all over the place. You look at, on one side, you have Sambi Lokonga, who's been signed, and you look at the likes of Bukayo Saka, the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe, Fulari Balogun, Edin Ketia. All of these guys represent the future. But here is the case. Edu has also made purchases in the past transfer windows that seem to suggest that this guy and his team is ready to compete in the immediate by signing Thomas Partey, by signing the likes of David Luiz, by signing the likes of Willian. It tells you that these guys want to compete now, and they are not hanging around for a long-term rebuild. But in between these timelines, you have guys who are caught up in the two. They aren't competing for the future, and they aren't competing in the immediate. That's the likes of Ben White. That's the likes of Ben White, the likes of Kieran Tierney, the likes of Aaron Ramsdale. So you have 3 sets of players. All pulling the strings in different directions, and that's what is hurting Arsenal. And Arsenal can look at a team like AC Milan, which is an elite team that went down for multiple years, but seems to be on the come up, because now they are back in the Champions League, and they are primed to compete for the Serie A title. You look at AC Milan, they were caught up in the mess Arsenal is caught up in right now. They didn't know what they were doing, but the team's top hierarchy made a decision, and the decision was to build for the future. And they did that by signing and bringing in young players, and they built towards that future. And on top of that, they brought in a coach who is renowned for being able to work with young players and being able to develop young players into top players, and that's Stefano Pioli. And so far, he has been able to get the job done. And along the way, once the foundation was set, they brought in guys to lead those youngsters, like Simon Kjaer, like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And that's the way you go about it. Before Stefano Pioli came in, you saw AC Milan being all over the place with their coaching hire. They hired and fired club legends like Clarence Seedorf, Filippo Inzaghi, Christian Brocchi, Vincenzo Montella. All of these guys came in, but they weren't able to get the job done, mainly because the direction of the team was poor and they didn't have a specific path to follow. It wasn't because the coaches were bad, but because the technical direction of the team had failed. They were making purchases all over the place. They were bringing in players that didn't fit the model of the coaches they had at that time. But once they got it right and they decided to go and build around the youth and build for the future, they stuck to it and they were able to get the job done. Arsenal's problem is they don't know which direction they are going. Are they building for the future? Are they willing to compete now? If you are willing to compete now, you need to buy players for top rates, and you just don't buy very good players. You just don't buy good players. You buy elite players, and that's the way you get out of the hole they are in and compete immediately or contend for titles immediately. You need to spend your way out of mediocrity pretty much. You need to spend money out and get out of mediocrity. But with Arsenal's direction, you just don't have a clear sense of what they are trying to do, and that's a problem for Mikel Arteta and his team, and that's why Arsenal is underperforming. Once they make a specific choice and stick to it, I believe they will be able to come out of this hole they are in. That's my take on this issue. You can have yours. Like and comment on this page and share, and let's get talking.